Hey everybody, Victor Lane here at the Wizard World Convention Center in the small press area, hanging out with you at the show, and I have Francesco here with us today. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Enjoying the show?
Oh my God, it's the best one yet. Every year it gets bigger, it gets better, and I can't wait for next year.
Yeah, and we're doing sketches here. We're hanging out.
What's this
with,
we? What's this we?
Well, I do a sketch if you give me some paper. Okay. After we're done. Okay. I'll do a sketch just for you.
Well, actually, you did a...
I am autographing things. That's right. Yeah.
I still got it. The Green Lantern sketch?
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God.
Years ago, folks, when I first met this guy. Check out our older shows. You'll see it. Anyways, we all the way back from Green Lantern Corps, the Atom Story. We've been hanging together at the conventions and stuff. You have your own studio now. You started out as being Fresco Comics, and Fresco Comics is now Fresco Studios. Yep. How's that going for you?
Well, it's going really good, because the beauty of Fresco Studios for me is I get to have my cake and eat it too, because I love comics.
Right.
But just out of sheer coincidence, things just kind of fell into place. I didn't necessarily make these things happen. They kind of like pretty much fell on my lap, and some really wonderful projects outside of comics came my way, and thankfully I was smart enough to make the time for them, because it ended up being a wonderful working experience, because there's some really great people out there. And I mean, I love comic book people, I love comic books, I love everything about comics, and I'm still able to have that same feeling working for people who are not necessarily in the comic book industry per se.
Right. And you've created your own comic book character. The character is Ecstasy. This is one of the latest issues of Ecstasy. It's called Home Run, and it's very cool. The character teleports from dimension to dimension.
You've done your homework.
I have. Well, yeah, and in this particular one, there's like an anime type.
Yeah.
Scene in there, and
well, actually, yeah. See, I'm amazed. I'm totally amazed. This guy gets a gold star.
Okay.
And can I just put it in the mail?
Definitely.
Okay. All right,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
It turns out that one of the things that she's done lately is teleport into cyberspace, if you will.
Okay.
Because there's this thing online where it's a digitalwebbing.com, and it's a fun website for anybody who's into comics.
Okay.
Because when I first got on the internet, I didn't know what was going on as far as like websites, so on and so forth. But every time I would come across a web page that a friend of mine had about, their comic art or their stories or whatnot, inevitably there was a link to something called digital webbing.
Okay.
And one day I went to digital webbing, and I found that it was a great to-go-to place because it had links to other websites and whatnot. And it was wonderful because it was like a roadmap to all other cool things about comics on the internet that I didn't know about. It had all sorts of links and addresses and whatnot. Well, that was a few years ago. Well, lately, they decided to go ahead and do something that's very cool. They have a whole bunch of people that are online that love to draw, love to write, and they would congregate on these message boards on this particular website.
Okay.
Well, the gentleman who runs it, his name's Ed Dukeshire, and what Ed decided to do was take all these really talented people and give them a chance to do some really cool stuff in a printed format. Because online, there's a lot of people who choose to have like a comic book on the internet where you can download it.
Right.
Well, a lot of that is on there, but they wanted to do it in a traditional way, the way most of us enjoy comics.
You can have it in your hand.
Exactly. It's that pulp that starts to deteriorate after a few years. It falls apart. It smells really bad, but we love that smell. And that's what they did. And it's really exciting for me because I get the chance to be involved in a group of really wonderful people. These are people who love comics in a big way. Okay. And so that's a lot of fun for me.
And so this is, the book is called Digital Webbing Presents, and it basically has several different stories, several different artists, writers.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
It has a story of yours in it, which of course will continue on.
It'll continue on in my own book.
In your own book?
Yes.
So how many issues of Ecstasy have you actually put out now?
Actually, there's quite a few, and lots of different formats and whatnot. And the beauty of it now, in the very near future, I plan on having a really massive attack when it comes to Ecstasy. Okay. And there's a whole new series coming out that is going to feature her and a whole bunch of other characters that I have kicking around in my head. So look for that sometime in the near future. You can go to Francesco.com for the latest address, for the latest updates. Thank you. Yeah, oh, this guy's eloquent. I wish I could speak.
Ecstasy. Don't do it. Read it. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah, that's a public service announcement.
Service announcement for those of us who have tried it before.
Just say no.
And yeah. Anyways, but getting back to the original talk that we were having about your Fresco Studios. Now, you're doing your comic books and such, but you said that there are other medias that you're getting into and such.
Oh, it's great.
What kind of medias are you getting into now?
Well, I really want to be able to let you know, like, well, if I told you, I'd have to kill you, because it's like this. It's hush hush. It's all sorts of like legal mumbo jumbo. You have to sign confidentiality agreements. It's like toy manufacturers. It's like animation studios and advertising agencies, and they're very protective of their stuff, and they don't want word to leak out. So if I told you, I literally had to kill you.
Okay, but
it's the truth.
It's me. It's Vic. I mean, we talk, all the time, and
you really don't want to ask me this question. You really don't want to ask me that question, honestly. I mean, I'm warning you up front.
Francesco, I'm curious. I really like to know what kind of stuff you're doing.
Dude, we're on camera. All right, I can tell you here. It's like this.
Cool. Really? Yeah. No kidding.
I'm
wow.
Pretty excited by it. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. People, this is cool. I won't.
But, yeah, okay.
I won't tell you guys now. Okay, but
you can't. What are you talking about? You can't. No, you.
Okay, I won't. I promise.
Okay. Next question.
I won't. Okay. I know you have a big love for the comic book genre, and I know that you stumbled across comic books in a Jewel food store or whatever, trying to, and
now you're
you
scaring me because you know this stuff.
Yes, and
wow.
But now you've been doing the comic book thing for what, 7-8 years now, something like that?
Something like that. Actually, it's hard to remember where it actually started, because some days it feels like it just started yesterday. It feels so fresh and feels new. But there's other days where it feels like it's been forever, since day one, since the first day I was born. And I haven't done the math, but it's been a few years now, and I'm really looking forward to what's coming up in the
And this is just
future.
Totally something that you don't want to ever get out of. I would hope.
Oh, absolutely. See, because one of the things that happens is all these wonderful projects I'm working on outside of comics that you're going to keep to yourself.
Yes, I will keep. Yes.
Don't make me live to regret this.
No. We're good.
It turns out that I love that, and the financial rewards are amazing. But I'm not doing this just for the money. I love...
First love is the comics, the artwork, and...
I love it a lot. And that's what I'm going to keep coming back to again and again. And I don't see a future where I won't be doing this. I love it a lot.
Cool. All right. Well, if you want to go back and trace some of the stuff that Francesco's done over the years, you can check out one of the really cool books, which is the Green Lantern Corps Quarterly right here, and see a character that was co-created and drawn by Francesco. Very cool. You can check out some of the Scavengers books if you can find them. If you can find them, because the company went out of business, but they had several books that were really, really cool, and this man here did the art for them.
You said that out loud. Oh,
hey, those were good stories. I know you're trying to forget them. I know. You did the X-Men
it was a what if story,
book, the what if story, and it had everybody, including Spider-Man, in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Everybody was in it.
Spider-Man. If you haven't seen the movie, go see the movie.
Oh, yeah, very good movie. Very good. Plug that movie. Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, right. And every single-celled animal has seen that film so far. I think so. What are some of the other projects that you've done? I mean, you've done convention drawings and like the covers and the montage.
Well,
drawings,
to be honest with you, I could go ahead and start listing all of them.
But it would take forever.
It would take forever, and I don't want to put these poor people to sleep, because it's fun and exciting for me, but it's like when you go to the Oscars and you have somebody go on there and say, oh, I want to thank so-and-so, and I want to thank my lawyer, and I want to thank my management. Who cares?
Well, do you have like on your website, do you have like a bibliography of your work that you've done, so that they can like go back and see? You need to add this on there, that way we can go back and check out all your stuff.
Yeah, that's actually going to be on there real soon.
Okay.
There's a whole new update coming out.
Because I must say, okay, now when I first met you,
Don't
I really
say
did.
What I think you're going to say.
I really liked the work that you were doing.
Okay.
I really do. But I honestly think that over the course of the 7 years, you have really embellished a lot on your work. I mean, I've seen the stuff that you. I mean, you know, take a look at some of the stuff that's out here, folks. And I mean, your work is just so much more intense.
Wow.
You know,
I didn't pay him to say that.
No, not at all.
Thank you.
But I do. I really like your stuff, and
well, the best is yet to come. Just stay tuned.
I just want to say, when we come to the conventions, we do this. This is the first person I look for at a convention. I really do mean. I mean that.
I look forward to this too, because I look back at the stuff that you guys do every year. It's hysterical stuff. Every time I'm feeling kind of like down or whatever, I just pop a tape in, and this stuff just puts me over the edge. I mean, it's good stuff. If you could find some reruns somewhere, this stuff is good stuff.
Check the cable company, folks. We'll send them to you.
Yes.
Anyways, want to wrap up real quick because I know you're busy. You've got sketches that you're doing, and you've got a lot of work to think about. A lot of these other other things that you're working on that you got to think about and stuff. So, but anyways, this is Francesco and Fresco Comics, which turned into Fresco Studios. You can check him out at francesco.com and check out his stuff, check out his work, and read Ecstasy, folks. It's a good book. It's a great book, actually. So, and one day, Larry and our characters will actually be in the book somehow.
Oh, you know that's
yeah. Okay. So, anyways, folks, thanks a lot for hanging out with us here. We've got a lot more to come for right here at the show, and hey, we'll see you soon.